Alright, hi, I'm Chaos from Dunning-Kruger Gaming, and I'm here with Fizz and Avos.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
And this is just a video of a game that I did today, and well, pretty much what's going to happen, I'm going to show you what I did in this game, like what I built and how I did it, why I did it, and
hopefully Fizz and I will give a little bit of insight here. And we do these coaching sessions every once in a while. It's a team-based building, and we want to coach everybody so that we can all get to Masters and higher as soon as possible. It's an effective way of training. We'll look through lots of replays. We've got drop boxes that will send things in to each other. And so, Chaos, you said this was a new build to you before we started this replay. So explain to us what you normally would do against Terran and what your new build is.
well, normally I'd just forget everyone. That's pretty much all I do, and pretty much would come out top almost every game. But I thought, you know, progressing up in the ladder and coming up from silver to plat, that I'm gonna have to start doing new things, because when you get up to the higher leagues like Diamond and Masters and stuff, forgate would be easily countered. So I thought I'd, you know, try DTs into Blink Stalkers. I know that kind of sounds weird because you're like going down in tech, but anyway.
Alright, so I noticed that you've got this this pylon back here in the back of your mineral line. This is something that they used to do a lot in like early StarCraft 2 days. What's your plan with these pylons back here?
Yeah, just the friggin' Terran and their bloody Reapers. What would end up happening, they go around the back of my mineral line, and they just kite the stalker around it, and I wouldn't be able to chase it in time. You'd maybe take out a few of my probes, but I see if I put the barracks here, not friggin' barracks, the gateway here, and like maybe a couple of buildings around the back of the mineral line, that the Reapers wouldn't be able to get, like,
okay,
you know, take
so
out any probes. So
you are going to complete this wall in on the right-hand side then?
No, I'm not. But
okay,
pretty much it's just to slow the Reaper down, and pretty much they're either going to have to go through my mineral line, and then my probes would just surround it and kill it, and well, my stalk would just end up killing it anyway.
Okay, that makes sense. So far, just a lot of macroing going on, so there's not a whole lot to talk about here. And so you've got this probe going up here. It looks like you're scouting around for maybe a third base in his fourth base spot, and then you're going to go up this ramp. What kind of stuff are you looking for as far as keeping this build going? Like, are you scouting for early pressure just to make sure, or like what are you looking for in particular?
Well, what I normally scout for, because normally I'd go for a 4-gate, what I'd normally scout for with Terran is probably maybe a bunker and a fast expand. Okay. And if because that really determines whether I make more stalkers and more zealots. Because what I normally do is I build, you know, a couple of zealots just to tank the bunker while the stalkers just focus down the bunker. So I basically use them as a meat shield. But since I was going DTs, I just didn't even bother with doing that.
Okay. And you have seen that bunker on the low ground, so it's pretty easy to assume that there's going to be an expansion there.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming.
I'm surprised you didn't push too much further up there. That might be a good idea in the future, just to push up there. And then it looks like, just seeing that stalker up there, you did kill that SCV scout. I do like that. You've hidden your tech in the back there. That's really nice. And then you denied him that scout. And looking at his vision, all he can see is that you've dropped 3 gateways and a cyber core. He hasn't seen your Twilight Council, so it just kind of looks like a 4-gate.
And for that
mind
reason,
games at their
he's
best.
back up the ramp, preparing to defend.
Yeah, that was probably the only problem with this build, because normally, alright, if I DT against a Protoss or a Zerg, they don't have like a wall out front of their base, or maybe Protoss would, but I haven't encountered one like that yet. But the only problem with the Terran was that Siparipo ends up blocking my DTs for a little bit, which you're bound to see pretty soon.
Have you tried many variations of this build? I mean, do you normally get Warp Gate and a Stalker before you drop your Twilight Council?
I normally, no, actually. It's just the Stalker and the Warp Gate, and I just Chrono Burst at the same time.
Okay.
I only put one Chrono on this. I only Chrono one Stalker out, but. And then just put the rest on the Nexus and the Cyber Core. I split it out evenly.
And it looks like you're getting a really nice scout in here. So this is pretty good. I'm noticing that your minerals are floating quite a bit over here. You know, you could drop an expansion right now because you're doing a lot of damage and you're putting the Terran on the back foot. I like that your DTs are on the outer edge of this scan. I noticed that you did a lot of damage to the mineral line and then just pulled out as soon as you saw that his command center had enough energy for a scan. A little bit of missed micro there to get all the way out of the scan range, but it was pretty nice. And then you forced him to waste a lot of minerals, almost an expansion's worth of minerals on just missile turrets. Earlier there were 3 missile turrets down, and I think you got 1 to cancel, so that was really nice. But I think you could have expanded really early now, and then dropped a few more gateways even, and gone a little bit higher tech.
Yeah, I was caught up in you know, they're attacking up his base and stuff, but so I thought I'd do as much damage as possible because I normally just focus on, you know, getting there and killing him and finishing the game rather than going back to my base, because if I go back to my base and I just leave my men there, normally they get attacked and all wiped out, and then the whole thing is just screwed. So
An expansion and 3 extra gateways, or even 4 extra gateways, would have been quite good. Get your minerals down there and allow you to sort of secure your position against a better player.
Yeah, and that'll help you move up within the ranks. I do like that Archon warp right there,
Very close.
and then that blink out. You attracted a lot of attention away from your stalkers with that Archon warp. Save those DTs in there for just that little bit longer, and you've just absolutely killed him on mining time here. And so you're doing a lot of damage, and that's why I'm telling you, if you tech up right now, because I mean, you still don't have your expansion, you still don't have a Robo Bay, there are Widow Mines out, and so you need that protection to be able to get out. And I mean, if you wanted to go Starport, it's a little bit riskier, but you'd still be able to get detection that way. If you wanted to go Void Ray or something, you do run the risk of getting hit by those Widow Mines, but you know, Robo would be just as good, probably the better option of the two. Even though Skytoss is extremely powerful right now, just having that extra, you know, the observer there, so you can snipe these Widow Mines, get them out of there, and then you can build some Immortals and help take out these buildings even faster. Because the next thing that a higher level Terran would start building is Marauders, because they'll take out those Stalkers that much faster. And so having Marauders and Widow Mines would have affected.
What I end up doing, I think, it's pretty soon. I do put down the pylons and the extra gateways in expansion, because I thought, oh, maybe he's going to push this back or something. And just to be safe, I'd put down the expansion and stuff, but I do keep the pressure on at the same time.
And so you're doing a great job there. It would be nice to see a forge drop down. It looks like you've got enough gas that you could probably do.
I mean, I do pull back here
just to...
Oh, I actually don't know why I pulled back. Oh yeah, I did pull back to, you know, just in case he attacked me. I didn't want to leave him in the base while I was doing stuff at my base.
Okay. Yeah, if you drop a few pylons, because you're...
And as you can see now, all the pylons and the extra gateways and the expansions are down.
And you could warp in a bunch of zealots as more meat shield, and that'll also, you could use them, like I play Zerg, so I use Zerglings as a little bit of a shield against these Widow Mines. You can get them to detonate. Yeah. A zealot on a Widow Mine is a better trade-off than a DT once he scans, or even a Stalker, because Stalkers are definitely the higher DPS in the thing. But overall, I definitely like the amount of pressure that you're putting on him. Oh, and there's the GG. So definitely keeping him on that one base, denying that expansion, and keeping the pressure on destroying his army was a great job there. So overall, a pretty good game. And I think if you work on a few more things with your macro, you'll do even better.
Yeah, and again with pulling, constantly having him pulling his ACV, cut down his mineral, like his economy just cut it in half pretty much. And every time he'd pull it, I'd kill a couple of SCVs, so I'd probably get less and less.
All right. Well, thank you, Chaos, for coming with us and doing this coaching session with us. Again, this is Avos, and for DKG's Chaos and Fizz, this is us signing out.